If this found you today, take it as a quiet tap on the shoulder. You've carried more than most people know. Long nights that didn't end, conversations that bruised, losses you never posted about. And yet, here you are. Hear this like it was written to your name. Rise. The season of hiding what you were born to carry is over. The lies that try to bury you, you're late, you're ordinary, you're not ready, no longer get a vote. The old story has run out of pages. The new chapter doesn't ask for their permission. Before you ever breathed, seeds were planted in you, gifts, instincts, callings that kept returning no matter how often you muted them. Seeds don't apologize for becoming trees, they just grow. So let this be the day you stop negotiating with fear and start partnering with purpose. You are not here to scrape by. You are here to become. If you need a first step, make it small and honest. Say out loud what you know you're meant to do next. Write it, pray it, tell a trusted friend. Heaven doesn't require perfection to begin. It asks for consent. Give yours. You're not being dramatic. You're answering destiny. Recover your true name. Picture a field after drought, cracked, tired, silent. Then a storm breaks, and what looked dead proves it was only waiting. That is your inner life right now. Your identity is not collapsing, it's unfolding. Somewhere along the way, a distorted mirror taught you to expect less, to call your voice too much, your dreams unrealistic, your tenderness weak. Today, that mirror shatters. The truest version of you, the one designed on purpose, is being restored. Yes, change feels awkward at first. You may look at your own life and think, who is this person choosing courage? That's you finally aligned. Give your nervous system a minute to catch up. Confidence grows where truth is practiced. You are not trying to become someone else. You are returning to yourself, the self that fits, that breathes, that moves toward what was prepared before time. Some people won't recognize you because they only knew the you that survived. Don't resent them, release them. Your job is not to make transformation comfortable for spectators. Your job is to let God tell you who you are and to walk like it's true. When that voice says, come higher, you don't need a map, you need trust. Freedom from other people's weather. If you wait for universal approval, your life will idle in neutral forever. Not everyone will understand your new priorities, your different pace, your holy refusal to stay small. They may call it a phase or a problem to be solved. Let them label, you keep building. Your calling wasn't put to a vote. People with narrow windows can't see the whole horizon. Their limited view doesn't cancel what God whispered to your spirit. When your steps are steady, the mockery loses volume. When your peace deepens, confusion around you stops being contagious. Ask yourself, will I spend my one life earning acceptance I can never keep, or will I spend it answering a purpose I can never lose? You will be given what you truly need, wisdom for the next decision, strength for the next climb, favor for the next door. And when fear asks for a guarantee, remember the better question. If God is for me, who can stand against me? Not in theory, in practice. Practice it by choosing the path that aligns with your assignment, not your audience. Practice it by letting no be holy and yes, be wholehearted. You're not here to please crowds. You're here to be faithful. See yourself as heaven sees you. You've memorized your flaws. You rehearse them like facts. But God does not study you that way. He looks and sees beauty laid over purpose, weakness becoming a doorway for strength, wounds turning into wisdom. The very places you call disqualified are the places grace keeps volunteering to enter. What if your not enough is exactly where the miracle begins? Trade the old script for a truer one. I will not reduce what was given to me to fit rooms that prefer dim light. I will not apologize for gifts that were meant to serve. I will not wait for certainty before I move toward calling. Leaving old mindsets is not betrayal, it's obedience. Start awakening what's been dormant. Read the line, make the call, send the application, share the idea. Opportunity is aligning with your willingness. You don't have to force a plan to prove you're serious. Walk the steps that are open and let better doors appear in motion. This is not self-help gloss, it's spiritual reality. When your identity agrees with truth, your life begins to agree with purpose. You will surprise yourself, but you won't surprise God. He saw this day when He named you. Obedience unlocks power. Don't talk yourself out of what heaven keeps talking you into. The invitation is simple. Step, and I'll train you while you move. I'll teach your hands, He says, how to build, to bless, to heal. I'll teach your mouth how to speak life when rooms default to despair. This won't be the strain of performance. It will be the ease of partnership. You'll know the difference. Effort exhausts, presence empowers. If you feel small, good. God prefers to pour power into containers that don't leak pride. The point is not to become impressive. It's to become available. He has always loved using the underestimated to make strength unmistakable. So here's a practice. When a nudge comes, apply, encourage, pray, forgive, begin. Treat it as an assignment, not a suggestion. Move before your inner critic organizes a protest. Watch how provision shows up precisely sized to the step you took. Watch how language you didn't rehearse arrives in the moment you need it. You'll look back and say, that wasn't me striving, that was God moving through me. That sentence will become your new normal. And normal for you is about to be supernatural. New assignments, sudden doors. There are places where truth has been thin and hope has been scarce. You are being sent there, not as a hero, but as a vessel. Doors will open quickly, some without a handle, some you never knew existed. Don't stand outside arguing with your worthiness. Walk through and let the room see what yielded looks like. Remember how this started, not with a resume, but with a yes. The first disciples weren't chosen for polish, they were chosen for willingness. That pattern hasn't changed. Heaven still loves ordinary hands that say, use me. Expect the unusual, conversations that turn into callings, small acts that ripple wider than you planned, quiet faithfulness that hosts loud miracles. Guard your heart from self-promotion and self-consciousness. They're two sides of the same mirror. Make it your aim that only one name is obvious in your story. When you feel the lift of favor, bend it into service. When you notice the platform getting larger, build longer tables, not taller stages. This is not a detour, it's the path. Your life will carry the weight of glory best when humility is doing the heavy lifting. Keep your yes clean, your motives clear, and your eyes up. The work is ready, and so are you. When resistance shows up, so does your training. When you choose growth, resistance files the paperwork to meet you. Don't misread it. Confusion, sudden discouragement, old habits with new excuses, these are not proofs that you're off course. They're proof that something valuable is finally moving. The enemy loves three tactics: stir the past, amplify fear, and recruit voices that drain your courage. Name each tactic when it appears so it loses the advantage of surprise. Here's what you are not: helpless. The spirit within you is not fragile. Stay near. Closeness is your strongest strategy. Proximity restores perspective. What looked like a wall becomes a thin veil when you remember who walks with you. Keep your gaze steady. Let prayer be your first response, not your last resort. When you meet a hindrance, don't negotiate with it, go through it. Obstacles are often doorways labeled poorly. Remind your soul, Nothing ordained for you can be stolen from you. Delay is not denial. Detours are not defeats. You are being trained to recognize God's voice in loud rooms and heavy days. That skill is worth every skirmish. So breathe, bless the lesson, move your feet. Hell can make noise, but it can't make laws over a life God has already spoken for. Speak what you believe until life agrees. Lift your eyes from what's missing to the source that never is. Your inventory may look small, your provider is not. Build faith the way builders raise houses, line by line. Take a verse that names your identity and say it until your mouth and your mind stop arguing. Agreement is power. When your words harmonize with truth, your future begins to tune to that pitch. This isn't denial, it's alignment. You acknowledge facts without surrendering to them. Lack is real, it's just not Lord. So speak to the gap. There will be provision for the assignment. Speak to the chain. This ends with me. Speak to the door, open for purpose, close to distraction. Heaven is not indifferent to those decrees. Authority grows as you use it. Expect movement. I've watched people declare forgiveness and feel a decade of bitterness begin to loosen like an old knot. I've seen anxious hearts anchor after weeks of speaking peace out loud. Miracles often look ordinary up close. The right email, the unexpected clarity, the surgeon's steady hands, the friend who arrives on the hardest day. Don't despise the natural. God loves to lace the supernatural through it. Keep speaking. Watch doors unlatch. Promotion of the soul. This next stretch is not about collecting titles. It's about receiving wholeness. God is calling you out of thought patterns that kept your life small. Scarcity, self-sabotage, inherited scripts that never fit. You're stepping into the landscape you were designed for. Empowered, transformed, deeply purposeful. That territory has air your lungs were made to breathe. Provision meets obedience. As you move, needs are met, resources, mentors, wise counsel, inner stamina. You'll notice refinement happening on two fronts. Skills sharpen externally, and the inner life heals. Old wounds lose their sting. Anxiety loses its script. Shame loses its microphone. Courage stops visiting. It starts living with you. Pay attention to the gentle upgrades, the conversation you navigate with patience, the boundary you hold without drama, the generosity you extend without fear of running out. These are not small. They are signs that your inner world has been promoted. Power without wholeness fractures. Wholeness turns power into service. If you wonder whether you're qualified, remember, grace qualifies as it trains. You'll find yourself carrying answers you once begged for, offering prayers you once needed, modeling steadiness you once envied. That's not performance, that's evidence. You are becoming who the promise required. The view from higher ground. Is anything too hard for me? That question is not a test, it's a hand extended. God finishes what He starts, especially when the unfinished part is you. Your task is not to master the route, but to keep saying yes to the next step. Obedience is the elevator when stairs feel endless. From higher ground, the landscape changes. What felt random forms a pattern. What felt cruel becomes classroom. You'll realize many delays were really protections wearing plain clothes. Let that shift your posture from anxious planning to attentive listening. When discouragement fogs the path, look up. Literally, lift your head. Sometimes your body needs to practice hope before your heart remembers it. Ask for a glimpse. Show me what I haven't seen. Fresh vision rarely arrives with fireworks. It comes as a quiet rightness, an idea that refuses to leave, a peace that doesn't negotiate with circumstances. Divine momentum is real. It's the sense that you are being carried as much as you are walking. Ride it humbly. Use the lift to serve, not to strut. And when you're tempted to calculate every outcome, trade spreadsheets for surrender. From the high place, clarity is a gift, not a trophy. Receive it, then walk it out. Holy acceleration, and the end of half-hearted. Tests didn't break you. They built tendons under your faith. Waiting didn't waste you. It trained your timing. Now acceleration comes, not chaos speed, but purpose speed. Connections you couldn't engineer will click. Doors you didn't knock will open. Influence may rise overnight, but it will stand because the foundation was poured in unseen years. This lift carries a condition, consecration. Casual won't carry what's coming. Set your life apart, habits, media, money, relationships. Not from fear, but for focus. Power flows where mixture stops. The wheat and the chaff are parting, even within us. Motives purified, compromises retired. It will feel costly for a moment and freeing for a lifetime. Expect evidence, signs that encourage, breakthroughs that multiply, solutions that arrive ahead of problems. Expect also holy interruptions, a nudge to pause, to pray, to say no to a good opportunity that isn't your assignment. Acceleration without alignment is just motion. With alignment, it becomes mission. Above all, stay close. Proximity to God is safety at speed. Make room for quiet so your engine doesn't outrun your oil. You were not built to be famous. You were built to be faithful. If renown comes, let it serve what love commands. New era, new mind. You've already felt it, the subtle shift from surviving to stewarding. Transformation isn't an event, it's a sequence, line upon line, season to season. Now comes a turning point in your thinking. Where fear once set the perimeter, courage begins to redraw the map. Stagnant waters become moving rivers. The internal climate warms to life. Veils lift. Ideas that used to live just out of reach move within arm's length. Mysteries become lessons, and lessons become language you can hand to others. Some will misunderstand your changes, call them extremes, question your pace. Bless them and keep going. Grace is clearing a lane in front of you. Walk it without apology. Adopt a learner's mind. Ask better questions. What is God forming in me here? What can I release so I can receive? Where is the invitation hidden in this inconvenience? A renewed mind is not about positive thinking. It's about accurate seeing. Seeing with heaven's reference points. You are not stepping into noise. You're stepping into clarity. Expect joy that doesn't need a reason and peace that doesn't ask permission. Expect to feel more like yourself than you ever have. This is the era you were made for, brave, bright, beautifully aligned. Keep moving. Leave the crowd, follow the voice. There comes a moment when public opinion stops being your compass. This is that moment. You don't need louder noise, you need a clearer voice. Let go of the tug to manage everyone's expectations, the quiet shoulds, the subtle measurements, the constant audit of your worth. They were never meant to be your map. The road in front of you may look radical to people who love the safety of the sidewalk, but detours from the common road are often how you avoid the sinkholes God already sees. So practice a new reflex. When confusion rises, get still. Ask, what are you saying now? Then adjust, even if it's a 2-degree turn. Small obediences spare you large repairs. You'll notice a different kind of peace as you walk, not the fragile calm of having no problems, but the sturdy rest of walking in step. Meaning returns. Results follow alignment. Joy stops needing a reason. And when the world's wisdom shakes, as it always does, remember that you are building by a different blueprint. Trends date quickly. Truth doesn't. Let heaven's patterns shape your priorities, your pace, your plans. You are not becoming reckless. You're becoming rooted. Opinions will swirl. the voice will remain. Choose the voice, the secret place where strength is forged. You are being invited closer, not to achieve more, but to abide deeper. The secret place is not a location, it's a rhythm. It's where revelation replaces guesswork, where courage refills without applause, where your soul catches its breath. Make room. 5 honest minutes beat 50 distracted ones. Tell God the truth. Here's what I fear. Here's what I want. Here's what I can't carry. Watch how clarity arrives when pretense leaves. Single-minded devotion is not a punishment, it's a privilege. Focus is how power flows clean. As you lay down extra weights, resentments, old comparisons, tangled obligations, you'll feel the lift of simplicity. Fewer tabs open in your mind, more presence in your moments. The whisper you used to miss becomes audible again. It will nudge you toward rest when your calendar says hustle, toward mercy when your moods say defend, toward love when your wounds say hide. In that quiet, you are not performing, you're being formed. And what is formed in secret holds in public. The world measures outcomes, heaven measures intimacy. Choose the better metric. Let the Father's affection be the weather of your inner life. From that climate, even hard days turn holy, and difficult choices become doable. Purpose awakens and authority finds you. Purpose doesn't knock like a stranger, it rises like something you've always known. As you surrender, what was woven into you long ago begins to breathe. Joy returns, not the thin kind that needs perfect circumstances, but the bright, durable kind that outlives long nights. Don't be surprised if influence finds you while you're serving quietly. Heaven promotes humility. Authority is entrusted to those who will carry it like a towel, not a trophy. Watch how your gifts activate when love leads. Insight that once felt random will become wisdom on time. Your prayers will stop feeling like words tossed into the air and start feeling like keys turning in real locks on hearts, in homes, over habits. Strength will flow, not around your weakness, but through it. The very fracture you thought disqualified you becomes a place compassion stands steady and useful. If you ask, why me? Try answering with a better question, why not me if I stay yielded? The kingdom needs willing hands more than impressive resumes. Offer yours. Be the person who shows up, tells the truth kindly, finishes the task, and leaves rooms better than you found them. That's authority at work, quiet, precise, undeniable. Led through uncertainty with a clear heart. Uncertainty isn't the enemy, pretense is. These are days to simplify motives and sharpen priorities. Let what matters rise to the top. Presence over performance, people over platforms, obedience over optics. Cut ties with what only keeps you comfortable. Pioneers don't ask the road to become familiar. They ask for courage to become faithful. You're being positioned to carry love and power where they've been missing. That may mean saying no to the expected path and yes to the assignment no one else sees yet. Trust the timing of revelation. God is giving blueprints for a harvest bigger than your corner. Systems built on greed and image will wobble. Don't cling to structures He is shaking. Be found steady, kind when it's costly, brave when it's lonely, pure when compromise pays. Revelation will meet you in motion, a conversation that unlocks strategy, a quiet prompting that redirects your day, a holy discomfort that won't let you settle. Follow it. This isn't about being dramatic, it's about being directed. And when resistance rises, let love be your boldness. Real authority never needs a stage to prove itself. It needs a surrendered life to move through. Be that life. Breaker anointing. Push until it gives. There's a reason you feel a fresh edge in your spirit. You're carrying a breaker anointing. It's the grace to confront what blocks freedom and to keep pressing until the line moves. Don't confuse gentleness with passivity. Speak the word not as a slogan, but as a verdict. Decree healing where sickness has sat too long. Announce liberty where shame has kept its lease. Truth traveling through love is explosive. Scoffers lose volume in the blast radius of good fruit. Expect headwinds. You're not fighting people. You're dislodging patterns. Stay submitted. Great power is safest under great surrender. Let God's friendship be your classroom. Learn His tones, His timings, His not yet, His go now. He trusts those who refuse shortcuts and prefer His fingerprints on the outcome. So take your place. Pray with specificity. Act with integrity. Move with mercy. When the door groans, push again. When the night lingers, light another candle. You are not striving alone. You are partnering with the one who promised to finish what He started. Courage is your uniform. Trust is your engine. Obedience is your key. Keep turning it. What resists today will relent tomorrow. And when it does, let all the praise run in one direction, back to God.